It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway in Foxborough. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. Is Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Bridgewater's throw. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on. And
I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Another run for Wilson on second. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Second down, this is Wilson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Wilson with a first down carry. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another carry for Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bridgewater. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jeff Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Throwing Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken it around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get to place on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Jones. It's Myers again with another catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Stevenson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to Stevenson on first down to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Stevenson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's Bourne, got it on the slant. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots are back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Nick Folk for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And out come the Dolphins now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
little jet sweep to start the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 4.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wilson going to try the right side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
From the 41, Bridgewater completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England's offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Jones throw taken in by Bourne.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
Again, it's Stevenson.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second down at 7. From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go, man. They got to walk that walk, baby. Let's go, baby.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
On for the extra point is Folk. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Bridgewater to throw it.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one.
And now it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Running left is Stevenson.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jones now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you can probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Bridgewater on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense. diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Here's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Bridgewater. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Bridgewater now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Bridgewater. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it'll be a loss of 10 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Bridgewater again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one taken just inside the 10 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now Jones. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing Jones.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Pats get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Bridgewater.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's go. They can't step up. They can't beat us straight up.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On the draw is Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Finding strong underneath. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones, complete. It's Henry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got his man, Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man right side, Myers.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And Folk's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them.
And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go. Do this thing, baby.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 24, Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this defense definitely hit his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Dolphins offense returning to the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Wilson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Bridgewater. Caught by Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now Jones off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of a couple there.
And it'll be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Get him going, baby.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones
Completes this one to Thornton.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and right side, Henry's got it. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Stevenson.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Wilson with a first down carry. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. 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 3 first dow
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And to the left side here, Wilson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Open man is born. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They run with Stevenson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Second and 9 now from the 21. To throw, Bridgewater. And a completion to Wilson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So the Patriots coming out now.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Jones on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Jones. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for New England. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Bridgewater to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Bridgewater.
That's caught by Wilson. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Bridgewater.
Connecting with Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Bridgewater on first down. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
108 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson, and a first down.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's the rookie fourth. Strong loses it on the hit.
But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's Jones throwing on first down.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 39, Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
On the draw is Stevenson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Strong.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Stevenson.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score at OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And